It's Madden NFL 24. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the 49ers and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race, and they are not going to catch him. He's in.
All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Hurts. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. How about that? Their quarterback, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And bulldozing his way through. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real ready for the shot of playoff football.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, or these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when they're not.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is brought in at the 21. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. And now off to the races down the right side. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
11 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Eagles nothing.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Here comes 3rd down and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he stays up. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they won't fare much better.
49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Smith catches left side. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the option left, it's Hurts.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 19. They'll run with Jefferson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Off to the races. Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Justin Jefferson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are pouring it on. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Browns who have the lead late in the first half. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jaylen Warren, a touchdown run in the victory. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hurts fumbles it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The scoop and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time? This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Eagles nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Dancing to his left. He gets away from one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
A.J. Brown.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're...
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Eagles nothing.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Hurts.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hurts throw there taken in by Smith.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this will move the chains again as it's go on 2nd down. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a 2nd and 2.
Play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressive.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight. Things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, Just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing is Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. As San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
Ready.
And they take a knee. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches.